Hey guys, welcome back to the Hide. We are back out on the pistol range for another accessory review. This time we're going to be hanging some steel targets. So this is a kit that I found on eBay from Magnum Target. Now they use AR500 components, but this is two of their mounts and a couple of their swinger targets. I'll show you guys how they mount up here in just a second. They are super easy. This kit's pretty affordable. It's less than 50 bucks. So I wanted to kind of bring this to your guys' attention. Might be something you all might need for your range, or I guess you could use this perhaps on a public range. These actually mount using just T-posts, if you guys have ever seen those, but T-posts are pretty inexpensive. You can get the light duty ones at most farm supply stores for about $5 or $6 a piece. So they're pretty cheap. So even if you do end up shooting one of them and destroying it, it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to replace, which is pretty nice. So just want to kind of go over how they work and what all you get in the kit, providing I could get their shrink wrap off of everything here. But this is actually how it comes. They'll come in a big padded envelope with all these components shrink wrapped together. So here are the hangers themselves, and here are the brackets. So these brackets are actually what attach onto a T-post. So, and here is their business card. So if you want to check those guys out, like I said, I found them on eBay. They did not send this to me. This is actually my second set. I've had the first set for about a year now, and it's been on the rifle range. So it's been shot quite a bit with various different rifles, and I've had no issues to date. So I thought it applicable to bring this to your guys' attention if it's something you guys think you might be interested in. But they're very well done. They're very well made. The engineering behind it is really simple, but it's highly effective. So they come completely raw. So you might want to shoot them with a little bit of paint just to keep the rust down. But this little design here, this actually fits over top of a T-post. I mean, super, super easy. So basically you pound a T-post into the ground, set this on top, and then you have the ability of hanging a target here, as well as, if you notice these holes, they kind of set through here, and then you take a piece of galvanized conduit, 3/4 inch in this case, slide it through, and then you can slide these holders on there, and then when you hit the target with your bullet, it just kind of spins it around. So very reactive. They're a load of fun to shoot, but I figure for the money, I thought you guys might be interested in seeing these. So let me go ahead and reposition the camera over here where I got the T-post mounted in the ground, and I'll show you guys how these work, and I'll show you how I set up the targets myself. All right, guys, so you can kind of see how I got the T-posts here. I've already went ahead and beat these into the ground, and as you notice, I went ahead and already cut my piece of conduit. So what you're going to do is just this slot here will fit over the top of your T-post. So after you get done beating it into the ground, now be mindful, after you get done putting these in the ground, you do have the ability of mushrooming the tops of these, and it can kind of make these difficult, or you may not be able to get them on. That's kind of the only downside. So taking and running a file over this afterwards can kind of clean those up, and then they just slide right on. But nonetheless, you just take and line it up there, just like so, and push it down, and then you just slide your conduit between the two holders, and that's literally all you have to do to mount it. And then it's just a matter of putting in your hangers for your target. So that's what we're going to do next. I've got the 4 that came with the kit, and I've also got 2 others that I had just spare laying up in the gun room. But this kit comes with enough hangers to hold 2 targets, okay, so these 2 here, and I'm going to show you what to do there. Now, the one thing that I have learned since I have been using the ones on the rifle range is that it's better to stagger these. So don't just put them in the same way and then hang your target directly over this, especially on the rifle range, stuff that hits real hard, because as they get to swinging, sometimes it will bounce the target off. So that's kind of a bummer, especially if you're not wanting to walk a couple, 200-300 yards to put the target back on. So just stagger them, put them on this way. So you got one in the front and one in the back, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like here. But then just take and just slide them on. And just goes down that end, and I'm going to put the larger ones in the center since I've got a larger target, and then same for the last one, and then slide them on. Now, there's a couple of different things that you can do to kind of keep your conduit here from shifting, and probably the easiest I have found is just some hose clamps. So just some hose clamps from like the hardware or the automotive store. Take these on each end and just kind of slip them over and kind of get your conduit about where you want it, and then just tighten these down, and that will keep your conduit from shifting in and out, which you guys know how to do that. I don't need to do the other one, but and the same goes for your target holders as well. So get these down here, this one here, and first one up here is this little guy here. So like I said, we're going to take and just stagger them. So this one here, and that's literally it. That is all you got to do to hang a target. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that, guys. And same with this big guy here. So here and here, same with that. And we're also going to hang this little guy here. Now, I went ahead and made this run of conduit a little longer because I'll probably end up adding something else in here eventually. And the same with this. So if you don't want these to be shifting all over the place, just get you some hose clamps and put on there. They're super cheap. They don't cost a lot of money. And I mean, they're available basically anywhere. So, and that's literally it, guys. And cool thing about it is they're totally reactive. So when you hit them, you can see them swinging, you know if you hit them or not. And they also have hooks on these hangers as well. So you could hang another steel target in front of this, like a silhouette or something. And that would also help to protect your T-post. So T-post, conduit, available at any Lowe's, Home Depot, places like that. A 10-foot length of this 3/4 conduit is like $11. So, I mean, it's stupid cheap. And hose clamps, you know, you can get a pack of those for $4 or $5 too. So it's not a lot of money. And it really, really cleans up your range, guys, especially back here. So I was using those janky wooden things that I had made long ago, and they just started showing their age. And these things, they just look and work absolutely amazing. And they don't cost a lot of money. So that's one of the big benefits to this little kit. So just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. If this is something you guys think you might be interested in, I will post a link in the description so you can check them out. Please like, share, and subscribe, guys. It really does help the channel. As always, shoot straight.